Hi there. So this is going to be the first in a series of videos regarding basic Windows PC troubleshooting and maintenance. Today I'd like to cover three basic utilities that everyone should have in their tool belt. The first is going to be Chkdsk. Now what Chkdsk does is it checks for file system corruption. That is its primary purpose. In order to run Chkdsk, what you're going to do is you're going to click on File Explorer. We'll bring a File Explorer over here. Bring a File Explorer. There we go. And then right click on the disk you want to check. Now if you're having Windows issues, like maybe Windows system files are giving you problems or issues updating Windows or similar issues like that, you're going to right click on your system drive, which is going to be C. So we're going to right click on that. We're going to hit Properties. We're going to click on the Tools tab, and then we're going to click on Check under Error Checking. That'll pop up with something like this. And then you're going to click on Scan Drive. Now I'm not going to let it run through the whole scan because I've already done that a few times and I haven't found any errors. It may also prompt you to restart the computer and run a more thorough scan if you have issues. So that's Chkdsk. An alternative way to run Chkdsk is to click on the Start menu, type CMD, and you can type straight into the Start menu, it'll search for you, and then click Run as Administrator. Click on Yes to the UAC prompt that pops up, and you'll get a command prompt. We'll go ahead and switch to a big blown up view of the command prompt. There we go. And the command you're going to run is chkdsk. Now, just for future reference, the way to see what switches are available to you for each command is to type space /?. There's the switches that are available for command prompt, or for Chkdsk, and space /F is the one we're interested in here. So Chkdsk space /F, and that'll schedule a thorough Chkdsk on the next reboot. So I'm not going to do that right now because I've already done it and I don't want to wait for it the next time I restart Windows, but that's how you would do it. You would hit Y to schedule it or N to not schedule it. Another useful command here is if you want to restart the computer and start that Chkdsk, let's say you're supporting this computer remotely, you could type shutdown space /R, and that'll trigger a reboot. It'll take a minute, but it'll trigger a reboot. So that's Chkdsk. And again, Chkdsk will help if you're having file system issues, maybe you're having trouble copying files, files are missing, things like that. Also updates, Windows updates are giving you trouble, maybe you're getting blue screens. Chkdsk can help with all of those situations. So the next utility I'd like to show is SFC, System File Checker. Now SFC, as the name implies, can check the system files of the computer of Windows and repair or replace any missing or damaged files using versions from the Windows Component Store. A scan takes a while, but it can be really useful in sort of fixing issues like blue screens and maybe DLL files missing. So what you can do is type sfc space /scan now. That's my favorite command to use. You can also do verify only if you just want to maybe check but not actually repair the Windows system files. But I tend to just run scan now and just go with that. So you can go ahead and run that. It'll run through a scan, and I'm not going to let it finish, but basically that'll get to 100%. It'll either say no corruption found, or it'll say something like found corrupted system files and repaired them. And what you can do is you can then reboot the computer and see if your issue is resolved. So it might also say found corrupted files and was not able to repair them, at which point you would probably want to run the next command I'm going to show you. So the next command is going to be DISM, D-I-S-M. I'll show you what switches are available for DISM. DISM is very capable. It can do a lot more than just scan system files, or rather the image for Windows. But the commands I'd like to show you with DISM are DISM space /online space /cleanup image space /check health. And that will run through and check the Windows image and sort of a very preliminary scan just to see if there's any really obvious corruption. Another command you can use would be scan health. And scan health is a little bit more thorough. That's sort of a deeper scan, and both of these aren't going to make any actual changes. They're just going to let you know if there's any obvious corruption. The final command you might want to run, let's see, clean up image, would be restore health. So what you can do is you can type restore health, and that will basically scan for corruption and repair the Windows image. Now, just kind of as a background, Windows is installed from an image, and so what this will basically do is it'll connect to Windows Update and download any repair any corrupt system files. Sorry about that. And it'll repair them using versions from Windows Update. So this is sort of the most thorough repair you can do to Windows system files, and it'll make sure that your Windows system image is not corrupt. I have seen cases where all three of these fail, and there's no other recourse other than to reinstall Windows. Now, I'd like to show you one final thing you can do when you are having issues with your Windows install, or just sort of strange issues with Windows itself, and that is use the Windows Update Assistant to download the latest build of Windows. It should also be noted that one important use for this is if you go and you check for updates. Let's switch to the other view here. Let's just say that you check for updates, and you get something like an update failed to install. In my case, I have some updates available, and you see I can update to Windows 11. Not really relevant here, but let's say you had an update that keeps failing. You can use the Windows Update Assistant. And by the way, very nice, very good idea to check for updates and make sure Windows is fully up to date. But what you can do if that keeps failing on you is you can use the Update Assistant to go to the latest build of Windows. Now, important thing to note, if you want to just check what version of Windows you have, you can type winver, and it'll give you your current build, in my case version 21H2, and that is the latest build of Windows 10. So this next thing isn't going to do much for me, but I'll show you anyways. So what you can do is you can open up your favorite web browser, open up your favorite search engine, and then type in Windows Update Assistant. Click on the first result. You'll get to this page. If it doesn't look like this, you might not be on the right page. And then click on Download the Update Assistant. That'll bring you here. You can click on Update Now, and that'll give you this little download. So click on that download. You're going to have to hit yes on another UIC prompt. And in my case, it just says thank you for updating to the latest version of Windows 10. But if there's an update available, this utility will let you know. And you can update to the latest build of Windows. That will take some time, but that's also a common strategy I use to resolve issues with Windows. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope these were some new tips and tricks that maybe you hadn't seen before, or maybe these reminders of things you can do. A lot of the time, if you go on a Microsoft support forum, they will recommend these things to you, but I figured I ought to kind of show this stuff, and maybe it'll be useful to somebody. But thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And on behalf of Tailored IT Solutions, this is George Van Treese signing off.